Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep, and I mean asterisk really, asterisk deep into the ocean to uncover the life story of an animal that has become an internet sensation, but for all the wrong reasons. Get ready! Do one. The end. Blobfish. Now, when I say blobfish, what image pops into your head? Probably that famous photo, right? The pink, gelatinous blob with a droopy nose and a permanent frown. It was even voted the world's ugliest animal. But what if I told you that's not what a blobfish actually looks like?
That's just what happens when it's having the worst day of its life.
So, let's rewind and start from the beginning in the dark, cold depths of the ocean off the coasts of Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand. Down here, between 600 and 1,200 meters below the surface, is where our story truly begins. The pressure is crushing, over 100 times what we experience on land. It's a world of darkness, where sunlight can't reach. In this extreme environment, a tiny blobfish egg hatches. Life down here is slow, very slow. Our little blobfish, let's call him Bob, doesn't look like that sad blob. In his natural habitat, Bob looks a slightly tapered body, small fins, and beady black eyes. His body is made of a gelatinous fatty tissue that is just slightly less dense than the water around him. Why is this important? Well, most fish have something called a swim bladder. It's an internal gas-filled sac that helps them control their buoyancy. But under the immense pressure of the deep sea, a swim bladder would just collapse. So, the blobfish evolved a brilliant solution. Its gooey body acts as a natural flotation device.
This means Bob can hover effortlessly just above the seafloor without spending any energy.
It's the ultimate energy-saving hack for a world where food is scarce. So what does a young blobfish do all day? Mostly not much. Bob is an ambush predator, a master of patience. He simply floats, mouth open, waiting for something delicious to drift by. His diet consists of small crustaceans, sea snails, and other invertebrates that live on the ocean floor. When an unsuspecting morsel passes close enough, snap, lunch is served. It's a low-energy lifestyle, perfectly suited for a low-energy world. He doesn't need big, strong muscles to chase prey, because his food comes to him. As Bob grows, he faces the constant dangers of the deep, While we don't know a lot about their specific predators, life in the abyss is always a challenge. But Bob's biggest threat isn't a sea monster from the deep. It's something from the world above. Years go by. Bob becomes a mature blobfish, ready to start a family. Now, this is where the Blobfish story gets even more interesting. We believe blobfish are amazing parents. Female blobfish lay thousands of pink eggs in a nest on the seafloor, and instead of just leaving them to fate, she often guarded them ferociously. She might even be seen sitting on her eggs, keeping them safe and clean until they hatch. This level of parental care is quite rare for deep-sea fish. It's a tender side to an animal most people just call ugly. So our blobfish Bobby lives his life in quiet dignity, floating gracefully in the crushing darkness, raising a family and just Huffy. He's perfectly adapted a masterpiece of evolution. Designed for one of the most hostile environments on Earth. He's not a sad, deflated blob. He's a survivor. So, how did we get that infamous picture? It comes from a process called barotrauma. When deep-sea fishing trawlers drag their massive nets across the ocean floor, they scoop up everything in their path, including unsuspecting blobfish, like Bob.
As the net is hauled up from the crushing pressure of the deep to the light pressure at the surface, it's a catastrophic, explosive decompression
For the blobfish's body, which is designed to be supported by intense external pressure, literally falls apart. The gases in its tissues expand, and its gelatinous structure can no longer hold its shape. It collapses into the sad, droopy caricature we all know. That famous photo isn't of an ugly animal. It's a photo of an animal that has suffered a horrific, rapid death.
It is like judging an astronaut by what they look like after being exposed to the vacuum of space without a suit.
It's not fair, and it's not accurate. The saddest part is that blobfish aren't even the primary target of this fishing. They are bycatch, accidentally caught while fishermen are looking for more commercially valuable species like deep-sea crabs and lobsters. This means countless blobfish are pulled from their homes, only to be discarded because they live so deep and grow so slowly. Their populations are incredibly vulnerable. If too many are removed, they can't reproduce fast enough to recover. Scientists are concerned that their numbers are dwindling, and they could be facing a silent extinction, all because of an accident. So, what can we do? The fate of the blobfish is tied to the health of our deep oceans. Supporting sustainable fishing practices is a huge step. When you buy seafoods, look for labels that indicate it was caught using methods that minimize. By choosing wisely, you send a message to the industry that consumers care about the entire ocean ecosystem, not just a fish in their plate. Raising awareness is also crucial. The blobfish became the mascot for the Ugly Animal Preservation Society. And while the name is a bit tongue-in-cheek, its mission is serious. It aims to raise awareness for the less cute and cuddly species that are facing extinction. Every animal, no matter what it looks like, plays a role in its ecosystem. The blobfish reminds us that charisma shouldn't be a prerequisite for conservation. The story of the blobfish is a powerful lesson. It's a story of incredible adaptation, of a creature perfectly suited to its world. And it's a tragic story of how our actions, even miles above, can have devastating consequences for life in the deep. The next time you see that ugly photo, I hope you'll remember the real Blobfish, the patient hunter, the dedicated parent, the graceful floater of the abyss is not a blob. It's a marvel of nature that deserves our respect and protection. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive today. What other misunderstood animals should we talk about next? Let me know in the comments below. And if you learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, stay curious.